It's been planished a little bit, but there's still some high spots and low spots. There's some real rough edges down through here. So we'll run it through the planishing hammer at a 24-inch radius die on there. And we'll work out as much as we can, then we'll go back, spray it with Dicum and file it, find our high and low spots, and just keep working them out until they're all gone. It's a Dicum, it's a blue paint for marking metal, scribing lines, but it's easy when you file over it that you can see where your high and low spots are.
So what is this door from?
A 35 forward 3 window.
So why did you cut the skin off?
In order to fix it right, to get all the undercoating off the back side of the panel, it was 3/4 of an inch thick of undercoating on here. And to get it out and do it right and get it smooth, which is a lot easier to take the panel off and then go back. Because when you're going to fit a door anyways, you're going to weld and grind the whole, all the way around the perimeter of the door anyways. So if you're already doing that, you might as well go ahead and do it, fix it right, and take it off. You can see in the inner door panel there's really no room to get a hammer in there and hold it. Plus, removing all the stuff that was on the inside, trying to scrape it off and get to it, you just end up with a big mess inside there. This bottom edge of the door here is not accessible at all from behind because it's the bottom lip of the door. It's wrapped around, and that's what fastens the door skin to the door. So another reason for cutting that off is to fix all these ripples inside of here. Normally you make a dolly in your hammer, you'll rest it behind there, smooth them out. You can always tell whether the sound is hollow or if you're actually down to the point where you're hitting your dolly and actually gaining on the dent. So that's how you can work out all these little ripples here. I always hold my hammer with my finger on there because it helps guide it. If you're like this, your hammer will want to twist and turn. This will keep it always indexed.
What did you cut that off with?
I ground all the edges off, just with a grinder.
The door panel originally was wrapped around this lip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wrapped around, and he just ground across this edge and ground the lip off.
So now we have all these dents in this crease here, and that's what we'll put it in the planishing hammer, hammer it all those out. It goes fast to an extent. Now to get, as you can see, that bottom die is smaller than the upper die. So now to get all the way in this edge down here, you have to do that by hand. Okay, so right away what that tells you is you're all right there. All that blue in there is a low spot that needs to come up. So we can flip it over and hammer from the other side with your dolly on this side and bring those spots up.
It appears like it still has a crown right here. Yeah. It folds down. You might explain how you're going to get that at a smooth transition like that.
That, when I end up doing the whole panel in one swing with a big, lot larger radius die, the 36-inch radius die, then I can move that around and move it and keep fitting it back and forth, and that's where it takes hours. chips more and more away. So yeah, all your dents, and it basically, the more you do it, the more consistent your pattern is, it'll end up with a polished piece. And all your dents are gone. And that was flat. Yeah, GodspeedRides.com.